Hi, good morning. It's morning where I am. Okay, I'm going to try something different today. Instead of telling you a joke, which I really want to do, it's a bad joke, but I'm not going to. Instead of telling you a joke, I'm going to tell you a story. Okay? It's a real story that happened to me in my life. Some of you know when I was young, I'm going to say that was in my 20s and 30s, and okay, I was involved in rock and roll for a little bit. So I had the opportunity to meet some people a long time ago. So they're young too, okay? Now this is a story about Bob Dylan. I have maybe 2 or 3 that are very interesting. This is one of my most interesting, okay? It's a story he told. I never forgot it. I hope I get the details right because it's kind of a good story. When he was really, really young, he was writing folk songs, protest songs, okay? And that was the content. And when he was interviewed at that point in his life, most people would say, how did you know? How did you know that these people should be your heroes? He was picking folk singers himself at that time. Woody Guthrie, Arlo Guthrie, Pete Seeger, that line of entertainment, okay? Okay, so they're saying to him, so how did you know to go that route and write poetry about things like that? Where did you get this experience? Was it from books, from your parents? Where? So Bob answered this way, okay? When I was with his voice, can't do his voice, when I was, anyways. When he was young, 13, 14, 15, he always knew how to play a guitar. Somebody in his family was musical and taught it to him since he was a child. He always knew, okay? There we go. Carried a guitar, not electric, wherever he went. Now, where did he go to earn money as a kid, right? He went to farms, because he did. And he would work on farms, and he would live in bunkhouses with the farm workers, and he would get some dough together. Not much, just enough to do what he wanted to do, plus some life experience, right? So now he's about 16 or 17, and he's still writing songs, and he's still following this folk song thing, the sound, because way back then it was the sound more than it was fiber optics, right? So he gets this job, somewhere, and he works it, and he only wants X amount of dollars, and he's on the farm, and he earns that amount of money, and he goes to the owner of the farm, and he says, so I want out. Please pay me my money, and I'm leaving right now. The farmer sort of looks at him and goes, okay, all right. And he goes away, and he comes back, and he gives Bob a king from a chess set. One piece. Okay? Bob's about 16 or 17. He knows clearly, that he's getting screwed, right? He knows this. He's not stupid. It's Bob. So he goes, okay, this is what you want to pay me for what I've worked at. And the guy goes, this is what I want to pay you. Bob takes it. Takes this king from the chess set. And he goes into the closest town, and he's kind of pissed off that he's been ripped off. And he starts drinking. Okay? He doesn't drink much because he doesn't need much. But he drinks until he's drunk. And then he stops drinking. And the guy comes up to him, the bartender, and he goes, okay, this is how much I want from you. And Bob is drunk and hands him the king that the farmer gave him. And the bartender looks at him like, And he goes to the bar, behind the bar, the bartender, and he picks up something. And he comes back to Bob. And he looks at Bob, and he hands him a bishop, 2 pawns, and a rook. Now that's a true story. Yeah.